What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. So you guys can see here, I'm doing BOT on my free-to-play account. I've been quite honestly enjoying BOT a little bit more, and I didn't go live this week at all. I'm like, you know what? That means I didn't actually make any free-to-play guides for you guys. You guys can see Alain over here, the 28 seconds. I'm at 37, so I'm going to give you guys my full walkthrough of my own BOT run. Honestly, my BOT runs are never the meta. They're always a little bit unorthodox, and they're a little bit different than the usual runs. But I'm going to give you guys mine, and maybe it'll help some of you guys out. I do have an SR character that I'm using, so that right away gives a little bit of newer players some advantages. I have Goto only at A3, and I have Isla at A5. My weapons both are above A5, obviously, considering this is my free-to-play account. I've been playing for quite some time. But I'm going to walk you guys through everything that I did in order to get this score, so you guys can at least get some sort of an intake of what was done in order to see 37 seconds. Maybe you guys can even do a little bit lower. This is my third run, I think, at this. I do this really quickly. I don't really spend hours on BOT trying to get the best score. I try to get first or second place, and that's usually as far as I need to go. So let me walk you guys through. But before I do that, guys, I want to quickly remind everybody, content creator program is actually coming to an end for this season. You guys are going to need to extend. If you haven't done so already, guys, all you got to do is log in into the extend button. You'll see right over here, if you go to my page, you'll see an extension button available for you, and you guys can then extend right there. You guys can see this continue support or cancel extension. This will actually be the extend button. So shout out to Travis letting me do this. You guys can click that extend button, get yourself in for the next set of codes, and these codes will be all the way down here as well for you to use. If you do not extend, guys, I cannot give you additional codes for this coming season. There is one more coming up, and you guys won't be able to support until next season. So definitely get in, get your codes in, hit that support button. It's absolutely free, and it's super, super easy to do. So let's get on with the rest of the show. Also, if you're not supporting, hit the support button, support me. It's much easier that way. Okay, so let's go and show you guys what I did here. I'm going to give you guys my full setup, everything that I did for gear, weapons, skills, etc. Right? And again, there are ways to probably make this a bit better, to be honest, but this is my third run, and honestly, I don't have time to be spending on BOT as much as some other folks do. I have been enjoying it a little bit more, but nonetheless, it still is content that does take a lot of time. If you want to do meta content, I'm just here to get a decent score and I move on with my life, because honestly, you just want that, right? That's where you want to really end up. Okay, so first off, weapons for Sun Jinwoo. I'm using the Stormbringer and the DKD. Some people might, because it's dark, but some people want to use the Plum Sword. I think these two weapons are the best combinations right now for me personally on my account. And then in terms of Goto, I have Goto at A3, like I mentioned. I have him with his Elemental Sword, SR Elemental Sword. Isla, you can have whatever weapon you want for her, honestly. I mean, her weapon is obviously best of choice, but A5 Isla does help a little bit. And then, of course, I have Kim here at with an A3 weapon as well. Same sword as Goto's. He's only there for the heavy break. He's the only character, actually, I think that has a heavy break on his support. Igris, of course, to avoid the crits. And then we have ourselves Bestie for the defense penetration. And, of course, Mr. Doggy Dog himself for the flame, extra 5% more damage, right? So that's what we have set up for the actual support system. Now, the second part of it is going to be the gear, of course. Then the gear here is pretty straightforward, guys. I've got myself the crit gear. Obsidian, of course, because MP is not a problem in this fight. And for Goto, I've got the break gear. For Kim, I've got the break gear. I've got Wish here, Sylph here. And then for Isla, I've got Blessing. Honestly, probably better off using... You probably don't even need the break gear for both of them here. You probably can use like Holy or Angel of Light, or like that might actually help a little bit more, to be honest, to getting your scores a little quicker, because your damage will be higher. But nonetheless, this worked out for me. So you can mimic this if you want, or play around with the gear a little bit and probably make some more adjustments just to make it a little bit better for yourself. And then over here, we have ourselves, of course, the skills. I go with right over here, you guys can see Dispersion, and then I have myself Vacuum Wave, and then we have the ultimate, which doesn't really matter because you're not ever supposed to be using ultimates for this. We have Thunderstorm, which is the biggest difference because mine's mythical. That one's going to honestly make or break your run for most part of it. We have ourselves the legendary Overshadow, and then, of course, Shadow Step in place. And then for the Blessing Stones, we have Boss Layer, we have Reawakening. We could probably, honestly, this could also probably be adjusted a little bit. These work fine. We have Sharp Perception and Bloodlust, and then, of course, anything else you need here in regards to giving yourself a little bit more buffs. Honestly, again, just for shield purposes, really nothing there for you. And then, of course, cores. The main cores here is going to be, I would switch this for the crit one in a heartbeat. I forgot to do that. So switch the increased attack to the crit one, so you're less RNG for crit. This one can remain whatever it is, because again, you're not doing ultimates. And this one over here should have technically been one of these for Sun Jinwoo. Again, I went in with just the same cores. I don't adjust much for my runs, and this is how I get it done. So these are the main things that I do. Again, a couple modifications here, guys, will cut down my seconds probably by 5 or 6 26 seconds, to be honest. I can probably hit the 30 second mark. I don't think I'll be able to hit 28. 30 is pretty decent, 31. But that is a free-to-play account, of course. With some of the things I have, I should be able to hit, same numbers as some pay-to-wins. Again, I just don't have the time for it. Okay, but anyways, without further ado, guys, here's the run. Let's walk you through it. I'm going to put little angles in there for you with some music, and you're ready to go. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so if you watched the video, you probably saw a couple of mistakes. I did personally redoing that video and doing some editing, and I'm going to go back and probably try again. So a couple of things I want to point out. So the last few seconds where I casted Stormbringer into my DKD. Now, here is the dilemma, right? If I had casted Isla a couple seconds later during the first phase, I would have still had her buff long enough to actually be able to complete that with one shot from the DKD skill rather than two. So that would have cut down to 30 seconds. The second animation went up, went down to finish them. The time continues going, obviously. So it took a little bit longer than expected. So if you do a couple of those different things that I just mentioned, literally cast Isla just a tad bit faster during the, tad bit later during the first or second phase of the enemies, when you cast a Stormbringer the first time to kill them, if you follow my pathway, you would actually keep her buff long enough into the last boss phase in order to kill him a bit quicker. I probably could have got 28 to 27 seconds, to be honest. I'm going to try to actually later on to see if I could do it, but those are simple little things you can do to make adjustments in that video. Now, I know, guys, I normally don't make BOT videos. Quite honestly, again, I just don't have the time, but I do them live. So if you ever want to join me live and come join any of those live shows and watch me just play and get frustrated, it's actually a lot of fun, and I have a blast doing it with you guys. So this is something that I do on a lot of my live streams. Honestly, most of my guides, some people are like, Payne, your guy, you don't do very many game guides anymore. That's actually not true. A lot of my game guides are done live, and then the live video becomes a video on YouTube, and you guys can go back and watch any of that content you want. I know it's not as orthodox, it's not as common, obviously, for people to go back and watch a live stream, but quite honestly, a lot of my content is on there for you guys to watch guides and stuff, because I do enjoy doing it live with you. I hate the backseat gaming, but I love having my community involved, giving their opinions, and proving people wrong and people proving me wrong. And it's a fantastic experience with the community, and it's one that I thoroughly enjoy doing. So guys, please make sure you join the live streams. I'll be doing a lot more this year. I know the tail end of last year, again, I had to stop because of real life work. Everything got super busy. Hey, look, I hit 130. And other reasons why, obviously, the channel has been a lot slower than ever, and it's honestly reflected in my views, and the game has been slower, and that's also reflected in a lot of our views as content creators. So we're going to try to bring back a little bit of that flair, a little bit more live streams, a little bit more interaction. And also, guys, don't forget, I'm doing a lot of trading cards. We do a lot of Pokemon, we do a lot of One Piece. I have a whole channel dedicated to it, so come please join us. We're doing different avenues of streams of streaming and different content for different kinds of audiences. So I want to make sure that you guys get a little bit of everything when it comes down to what I can provide you from an entertainment perspective. Plus, it's a lot of fun, right? So make sure you come join that server. It's always linked in every single description. And also go extend your support. And if you haven't been supporting already, go show your boy some love and go support your boy. And also don't forget, guys, next week we're going to probably have a Korean live stream plus a Sharp live stream plus the release of Igris. And we're going to see maybe, if they haven't delayed it, some PvP action. So I'll be doing some guides for PvP. So that's exciting. Something brand new. I'm not excited for the PvP itself because quite honestly, it doesn't look like my kind of PvP. So I'll be more action oriented rather than trim based. But hey, you know what? People are going to need guides, and we're going to be out there to provide you guys the best setup in order to get the best results. And hopefully PvP is going to be a lot of fun and not a whaley kind of gameplay where everybody can be a part of it and enjoy what's coming out very soon. All right, folks, if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. Don't forget to put the notifications on. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to extend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.